Tell CNN there's no connection between Warmbier's release and the visit by Rodman, and they say Rodman was not sent by President Trump. Rodman says he's not there to help any of the Americans currently being detained by Kim Jong-un's regime.
That's not my purpose right now.
That's not your purpose.
Not my purpose right now. My purpose is to go over there to actually see if I can keep bringing sports to North Korea. So that's the main thing. So I hope that opens doors for us, brother.
Still, Rodman does have the distinction of being among a handful of Americans to have ever met Kim Jong-un. His last trip there in 2014 to stage a basketball exhibition for Kim's birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
At the same time, the flamboyant former basketball player and reality star also knows President Trump, having appeared on NBC's Celebrity Apprentice.
Dennis, you're fired.
One analyst is skeptical of everything Rodman is being told and shown by his so-called friend for life, Kim Jong-un.
Rodman it doesn't have the background to really more accurately interpret what he's seeing. He's being shown these brand new high-rise buildings in Pyongyang. He's not being taken out to the countryside to see these dilapidated apartment buildings. He's drinking the Kool-Aid, basically.
Now, as for Otto Warmbier, sources tell CNN neither Warmbier's parents nor the State Department learned of his condition until about a week ago. No outside diplomats were allowed to see him for 14 months. Swedish diplomats saw him in custody.
Oh my God. I don't know what's going on. Jesus, I have no clue what is going on. Okay?
By President Trump.
Wow.
Rodman says he's not there to help any of the Americans currently being detained by Kim Jong-un's regime.
That's not my purpose right now.
That's not your purpose.
Not my purpose right now. My purpose is to go over there to actually see if I can keep bringing sports to North Korea. So that's the main thing. So I hope that opens doors for us, brother.
Still, Rodman does have the distinction of being among a handful of Americans to have ever met Kim Jong-un. His last trip there in 2014 to stage a basketball exhibition for Kim's birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
At the same time, the flamboyant former basketball player and reality star also knows President Trump, having appeared on NBC's Celebrity Apprentice.
Dennis, you're fired.
One analyst is skeptical of everything Rodman is being told and shown by his so-called friend for life, Kim Jong-un.
Rodman it doesn't have the background to really more accurately interpret what he's seeing. He's being shown these brand new high-rise buildings in Pyongyang. He's not being taken out to the countryside to see these dilapidated apartment buildings. He's drinking the Kool-Aid, basically.
Now, as for Otto Warmbier, sources tell CNN neither Warmbier's parents nor the State Department learned of his condition until about a week ago. No outside diplomats were allowed to see him for 14 months. Swedish diplomats saw him in custody just last month, then urgently requested a meeting with U.S. officials. Last week, U.S. officials met with North Korean officials in New York and were finally told what a horrendous situation this was. U.S. diplomats were mobilized. They got to Pyongyang yesterday and demanded that the North Koreans release him. Wolf, you can only imagine the reaction from U.S. officials when the North Koreans finally, just last week, told him about the condition of this young man.
Let's hope he's going to be okay. Brian Todd, thanks very much. That's it for me. Thanks for watching. Aaron Burnett Out Front starts right now.
Out front next, breaking news. The Attorney General under fire, defiant and angry, stonewalling basic questions. And could Trump fire Special Counsel Robert Mueller if he wanted to? Plus, Trump mocked after his entire cabinet heaps praise on him on camera. What was it like to be at that table? One of the people heaping the praise. Well, my guest tonight was there. He did it. Let's go out front. Good evening, I'm Aaron Burnett. Out front this evening, breaking news, appalling and detestable lie. Those are the words of the Attorney General Jeff Sessions. He came out today in fiery testimony to the Senate Intelligence Committee. Sessions emphatically denying any charge that he colluded with Russian officials during the 2016 campaign.
The suggestion that I participated in any collusion, that I was aware of any collusion with the Russian government to hurt this country, which I have served with honor for 35 years, or to undermine the integrity of our democratic process, is an appalling and detestable lie.
There we go.
After that detailed opening statement, defending himself and promising the American people transparent government, in his words, Sessions infuriated Democrats by leaving many of their questions unanswered.
I still do not recall it. I don't recall any such meeting. I don't recall it. I don't have a detailed memory of that.
I believe the American people have had it with stonewalling.
Senator Wyden, I am not stonewalling. I am following the historic policies of the Department of Justice.
As for those meetings, much of it comes down to this, those meetings with Russian Ambassador Sergei Kislyak that Sessions had during the campaign, he's insisted, and today insisted, that they were in keeping with his role at the time as a member of the Senate Armed Services Committee. But it is important to remember this. The Washington Post called every single member of that committee and found not one other member of the committee spoke or met with Kislyak during the campaign. So let's be clear, 26 members on the Armed Services Committee, only Sessions met with Russia's ambassador during the campaign. And at the time of those meetings, what he had that none of his colleagues had was he wasn't just a U.S. senator. He was a leading Trump surrogate and foreign policy advisor. We begin our breaking coverage with Jessica Schneider. And Jessica, obviously a fiery, aggressive statement, but then a lot of questions still going unanswered.
Yeah, that's right, Aaron. And that left Democratic senators going so far to say that Sessions was stonewalling. The Attorney General refused to go into detail about his actions surrounding that fateful one-on-one meeting between James Comey and the president inside the Oval Office on February 14th. And Sessions also refused